This is TechCrunch.
On Tuesday, DoorDash unveiled Dot, a small robot it built in-house that can autonomously drive on roads, bike lanes, and sidewalks to deliver food and small packages at speeds up to 20 miles per hour. Dot is designed to look friendly and even cartoonish, painted bright red with big LED eyes and a mouth that swings open to reveal where it holds your food, though some might argue it looks slightly creepy. DoorDash says it's already testing the robot with early access partners in the Phoenix metropolitan area and plans to make it available to the region's 1.6 million residents by the end of 2025. It might sound odd for a food delivery app like DoorDash to compete with trillion-dollar companies like Google and Tesla on autonomous vehicle technology. In San Francisco, Austin, and cities around the country, hailing a robotaxi is already commonplace for many residents. DoorDash argues that a similar reckoning is coming for the food delivery space and that Dot's size and design are key. The stakes are high for this little robot. Countless startups have flamed out in the AV space, with some even facing penalties and fines when their machines caused harm. Robotaxis have also become a symbol for Silicon Valley's broader automation push and a target for public anger. Waymos have been vandalized on city streets, and it's easy to imagine Dots becoming the next symbol of that tension. On Monday, at the company's San Francisco headquarters, DoorDash co-founder Stanley Tang told reporters that autonomous delivery in suburbs and cities could become a large market. Tang said a key to delivery robots is navigating the first and last 10 feet, referring to picking up and dropping off deliveries. Sidewalk robots, such as those developed by companies like Serve Robotics, address this challenge of negotiating tight spaces, but they can't drive on roads or at high speeds like Dot can. Tang said, "You don't always need a full-sized car to deliver a tube of toothpaste or pack of diapers. Dot is purpose-built for the millions of deliveries we facilitate every day. It is small enough to navigate doorways and driveways, fast enough to maintain food quality, and smart enough to optimize the best routes for delivery." Dot has 4 wheels and stands less than 5 feet tall and 3 feet wide. It's roughly a tenth the size of a car and weighs 350 pounds. Press a button on what can only be described as Dot's mouth, and enough cargo space is revealed to fit 6 pizza boxes or up to 30 pounds of food. There are various inserts that merchants can put inside of a Dot to meet their needs, including cup holders and coolers. There's also an LED strip on top of the vehicle to display text, and speakers that can emit a robotic voice. DoorDash says there's even a microphone on Dot, which could one day be used to facilitate AI-powered conversations between customers and Dot. Each unit runs on an interchangeable battery that can be charged separately. The company says this was a key design feature to decouple storage and charging of the vehicles. For navigation, Dot uses 8 external cameras alongside 4 radar and 3 LiDAR sensors to detect obstacles. DoorDash says the cameras are hooked up to a real-time AI model that combines deep learning and search-based algorithms to find the best path to customers. The company has spent the last 7 years building toward Dot. Back in 2019, DoorDash acquired the AV startup Scotty Labs and brought on the co-founders of another AV mapping startup. 2 years later, the company hired Ashu Rege, a former executive at the Amazon-owned AV company Zoox, to lead its autonomy division. In an interview with TechCrunch, Rege says that DoorDash's early conversations with lawmakers regarding Dot have been positive. He says city and state officials have touted small vehicle delivery as a way to reduce traffic congestion. Human delivery workers may be less enthusiastic. In a press release, DoorDash says humans will still fulfill a vast majority of their daily orders, while automation will let some focus more on the high-value orders that require human judgment and care. Another hurdle for Dot is safety. Rege says Dot is trained to be deferential to bicyclists and pedestrians, while being large enough to be visible to drivers. If a Dot runs into trouble on the road, Rege says Dots cannot be remotely operated by humans. DoorDash believes teleoperation isn't the right approach for Dot, and instead trains it to simply wait and pull over to the side of the road, though that's easier said than done in some cases. Rege says a field operator will be dispatched to the Dot's location in serious circumstances. In Phoenix, DoorDash has created an ecosystem to support its small fleet of Dots. warehouses to store the robots, charging stations to fill up their batteries, and field operators to clean and rescue them. Ray declined to disclose headcount or costs for this ecosystem. Much like people have vandalized Waymos, it seems likely that people will try to mess with Dot's. DoorDash says it included a camera inside Dot's cargo space, partially to ensure small humans don't climb inside. Dot is also light enough to be tipped over by a few people, but Reggae says field operators can flip them back upright if that ever happens. While Dot may look playful, it's a serious and massive undertaking for DoorDash. The company would surely like to beat Uber and Instacart to market on autonomous delivery vehicles. Dot could reshape DoorDash's position in the delivery market, but it could also introduce a wide array of new challenges. Adobe's popular video editing app, Premiere, is now available on iPhone. The Android version of the app is under development. The Premiere app for mobile is free to use and offers editing features like multi-track timeline, including videos, sounds, music, and text, support for 4K HDR editing, auto-generated captions, and the ability to adjust factors like color and shadows for different frames, fit for a mobile screen. If you have captured the clip from your mobile device, it is likely to have background noise. You can easily reduce the noise and increase the dialogue through the slider control. Adobe has also added a number of AI-powered features to the app. First, you can create background sounds based on a prompt. If you are feeling adventurous, you can perform the sound by humming or singing, and AI will convert that into a sound effect. Using its Firefly models, the company allows users to create images and stickers and to turn images into videos for transition shots. While the app is free, these AI features will require you to buy credits. The company is also providing access to its own stock library of photos, clips, and sounds to use in videos without charge. With this new Premiere app, creators can start a project on the go and transfer it to the desktop app across platforms using Adobe Cloud. However, you can't send the project from desktop to mobile at the moment. Mike Fulgner, a product director at Adobe, told TechCrunch over a call, "We want to empower all types of creators to work. We know that the next generation of creators chooses and prefers to edit on mobile. And so that's the new mobile app, a critical way that we meet them where they're at." Premiere joins a suite of apps the company is bringing to mobile, such as Photoshop for iOS and Android and Firefly for mobile. With this launch, the company is positioning itself as a competitor to ByteDance's CapCut, Meta's Edits, A16Z-backed startup captions, and India-based InVideo. That's it from TechCrunch. For more tech stories like these, go to TechCrunch.com.